Hi guys, thanks again for joining Better Off Dead here on Wednesday. Posted a video this morning focusing on the Giants at Rockies. Took Giants as a bit of a dog there and took the over. I think it slid down to 11.5. Liked that quite a bit. Looking pretty good in both regards. Giants are up late. I think it might be 6-4 in the seventh. Anything can happen. I guess we're guaranteed of at least a split at this point. So that's that update there. Afternoon ball games, I've circled a few more that got my eyes on here for what it's worth. Detroit Tigers at Milwaukee Brewers. Been leaning on this Tigers team total quite a bit the last few days, riding their turnaround, their turn of fortune here over the last week, really, since I think maybe they swept the Twins, or at least they won that series. They've been scoring a lot of runs is the point. I saw it at over 3.5 being pretty expensive, minus 150. It may have tipped to 4 at a lot of places. Less layout, but if you get stuck on 4, you get stuck on 4. But in any case, I like it either way. Adrian Hauser goes for the Brewers, a right-hander who does not have very good numbers. Not a lot of familiarity. Tigers have not seen Hauser. On the flip side, the Brewers are facing Spencer Turnbull for the Tigers. I don't think they've seen him a lot either. I'm still not really looking to back the Tigers to win games. I feel a little more comfortable just on that team total, particularly when they're on the road and when they have just done it the day before. I think they scored 10, 12 runs yesterday, something like that. Important to note, they did lose Jacoby Jones yesterday during the game to an injury, the center fielder for the Tigers. I think he hits in the middle of their lineup, maybe 5th or 6th. That is a loss, but I'm going to back him anyway to get over that 3.5 or 4. Probably in that same general time slot, Atlanta Braves at Boston Red Sox. This will be game 3, I think, of that set. This is where the Braves drop off quite a bit in their staff. After Cy Young candidate Max Fried, the very talented left-hander from Los Angeles, I believe. And then comes Ian Anderson, who they called up 10 days ago. He's now 2-0 after doing a very good start against these Red Sox yesterday. I think he had 8 strikeouts, maybe 2 earned runs. The point is, after Fried and Ian Anderson, Robbie Erlin, left-hander for the Braves, doesn't have very good numbers this season for the Braves, and collectively their staff, pretty high ERA. Their bullpen is nothing special either. So I'm looking for the Red Sox to not necessarily win this game. They're throwing, gosh, I wrote down 2 pitchers' names. It seemed a little bit undecided. I won't even sweat it. 2 relative unknown pitchers potentially for the Red Sox, but the point here is I'm going Red Sox over 4.5. JD Martinez, I believe, is back today after his short visit to the IL. He hasn't been great, but anytime there's a left-hander starting for the other club, I look for Martinez to potentially do some damage. And the Red Sox, despite a pretty miserable season and a pretty bad record, and I don't know, maybe not much shot at the postseason at this point, despite all of those things, they've still scored some runs here and there. So I look for them to do so today against Erlin, a vulnerable pitcher for the Braves. I circled Red Sox team total over 4.5. Maybe it's minus 125. I hope you can get it at something like that. And then this evening in Southern California, Los Angeles, wink, wink, Anaheim, Orange County, whatever they're called, the Angels, who have a terrible record, yet I continue to look for places where they could thrive for an evening for one evening. That's about it, maybe for their club. Once or twice a week, I look for an upset, a team that is quite the dog, but nevertheless, a team like the Angels is expected to win probably twice a week, and a team who's pretty great, like the Padres, expected to lose once or twice a week. I'm thinking maybe this is that spot where Rendon does something. Mike Trout is Mike Trout. And I've even seen Justin Upton start hitting the ball opposite field. I think he finally had a home run. He's lifting that average up a little bit and reaching a little bit of that power potential he's always had in his career. They will have to do it against a pretty good Padres pitcher, Dinelson Lamet, possibly. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Respect this young pitcher for the Padres. He's having a great year. There's no question about it. I'm just playing a little bit of a hunch that he'll have a letdown, a one-night letdown perhaps. Angels get to him a little bit. I'd like to play it a couple different ways. I'm not even certain the Angels, of course I'm not certain the Angels win this game. How could you be certain of anything in MLB, but especially a team like the Angels against the Padres? But I like to start the team total over 3.5 for the Angels. And I think you can get that at minus 130 or so, over 3.5 team total Angels. And then you can get the money line Angels. It's a pretty nice payout, maybe plus 180 something. I think I saw it at plus 186 to win the game. Right below that, I saw that Angels plus 1.5 on the run line, plus 115. I'm going to play it a little safer than them to win the game. And I'm just going to take that run and certainly hope they do win. But perhaps it's a close game and I still get away with it with a one-run Padres victory. You know what I mean. So a little bit of an upset there. Angels to score a few runs, perhaps win the game, at least keep it very close. I believe that represents 4 plays across those 3 games. I'm going to come right back at you with an NBA video, I think, trying to separate the sports a little bit easier that way, I think, to probably for me to stay organized. Rockstar, not much update here. Talked about it enough, but no news sometimes is good news, and could be a negotiating tactic. The fact that I haven't heard from them in quite some time, which is to say I've never heard from them. But I'm optimistic. Just like these picks, 4 picks, trying to go 3-1. One of them's terrible. 3 of them I'm hoping are pretty decent, enough to get over the hump. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Better Off Dead. See you soon.